Hey there internet, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, it's been a while. The spring gets really busy for me. I had the ACT, I had the musical, I had a lot of AP exams, I had a bunch of studying to do. I was on spring break, so I did film a video for that. If you guys haven't seen that, go watch it. It's up here on the channel. But basically today, I really wanted to share with you guys a story about my life that I've been promising to share pretty much since I started the channel. I think I mentioned it in the very first video I made, which is so cringy, don't go watch it. Since we're nearing like 100 subscribers, which is very exciting for me, I really wanted to let you guys in on this part of my life because it is a huge part, and I think it can help a couple people out there, if not multiple people out there. Okay, let's get started. This is my smoothie. My sister made it for me. Shout out to Kendall. So going into freshman year of high school, I kind of had my high school career figured out. I was going to play soccer all 4 years, get up to varsity my junior, sophomore year, and work really hard, stay in shape, maybe do the musical, and then work really hard on my academics. And that was it. I was going to go to a good college and work. And that was how I had planned out my life. Why I had that done in 8th grade, I don't know, but that was the goal. So basically, going into your freshman year of high school, if you play a fall sport at my school, you kind of start conditioning basically in June. I was building up endurance and speed and strength and stuff. And basically if you took off like a week or even a day or two, like you just got set back. So I've been training, and it was the 4th of July, and my friends and I had gone to the carnival here in town, and we ended up having a sleepover at her house. So we stayed up all night, had fun. It was really fun, honestly. The usual 14-year-old stuff. And the next day I woke up, and we had slept out in my friend's camper in her backyard, and the next day I woke up and I had this horrible headache. It was just non-stop. It was like one of the worst migraines I've ever had, and I just completely felt sick. So I went home and I took a nap, and I woke up later that night and the headache has gone down enough that I was like feeling ready to go hang out with my friends. So I went out and hung out at my friend's house, and I just felt like I had the flu almost. And then the next day is just kind of where it like turned into this downward spiral, where I would not be able to keep food down. I did not sleep. I couldn't sleep because the pain was so bad. So then I was up all day and all night, and then I started throwing up, and I couldn't keep any food down, and it was honestly just like the worst sickness I've ever had. And so we had gone to the hospital a couple times just to try and figure out what the headache was, because it was really painful. And they hadn't really been able to do anything for me, and they didn't know what was going on, so they'd been running tests. Anyway, like halfway through this like horrible week, I woke up to brush my teeth before going to the hospital again, and I went to like spit out toothpaste, and when I went to like pucker my lips, I couldn't, and I didn't understand why. So I like looked really close in the mirror, and this side of my face just wasn't moving. So basically I immediately thought I was having a stroke, so I started like shaking this side of my body so that I could like keep it working. And I obviously started freaking out, called my parents. They kind of took a look at my face, and like my whole like eye was swollen. Like anytime I blinked, I wouldn't blink. I couldn't flare my nostril on this side. I couldn't wiggle my ear on this side. I couldn't smile on this side. I could feel, but I couldn't control any of it. So they rushed me to the hospital. They did some tests and stuff, and basically they never really found out what I was sick with, but they did find out that I had this side effect called Bell's palsy, which basically is this like when this nerve, mine was specifically nerve 7, dies, and you just can't control any of it, and it happens a lot with pregnant people and stroke victims. But I hadn't had a stroke, and I'm not pregnant, didn't give birth or anything, so they never really figured out what I was sick with, but this was kind of a side effect of it. So when the doctor told me this, I kind of just immediately thought, okay, so like what's the next step? Like what's the treatment plan? Like how do I fix this? And he put me on some steroids, but he basically said like, this is not gonna heal from anything we do. It's all about like a matter of time. It could be healed in a month, it could be healed in a couple months, it could be healed in a year, it could like be healed in 20 years. I've always been kind of a controlling person. Not in like a bad way, but I like to know what's going on. I like to be able to solve things. I think kind of everybody does. And I just really struggled with knowing that there was absolutely nothing I could do about this. Yeah, it sucked. You don't want to hear when you're 14 and in the best shape of your life that your face is just not gonna get better anytime soon. That's the last thing any high school freshman wants to hear. So because I'd been sick and because of my face, I just got completely set back in soccer. I was never able to get back to where I was, and I was always behind all the other girls. I started high school with the left side of my face paralyzed. And I remember walking into school on the first day and being excited because, like, high school, but only a couple of my friends really, like the people I saw every day at soccer and like the people I always hung out with in the summer, they're the only ones that like knew anything about my face. Like, I didn't post about it on social media, I didn't like put up Snapchat stories and stuff like that. I kind of just like rolled with it. And I was really struggling with not being able to control the situation. So I showed up at school and I would be like, oh, hey, like, how's your summer? And I was like, oh, hey, like, how's your summer? Like, I could not control this. And people would just look at me and they'd be like, why are you talking like that? Stop talking like that. Stop talking like that. Why are you talking like that? Wait, stop moving your mouth like that. What are you doing? Like, nobody understood it, and how could they? Because why would you be able to understand that? So I had to just start explaining over and over and over again to every single person in every class, and nobody kind of understood it. And like, basically the rumor got around school that I had had a stroke over the summer, and like a bunch of upperclassmen that I had never met before were just like hearing things about me. So definitely starting school was like probably the biggest and hardest thing that I had to deal with. Explaining it to people. I couldn't start my YouTube channel even though I really wanted to because I was super embarrassed of what I looked like. I couldn't take photos of myself with friends because I looked like crazy. I'll insert photos. I basically just looked like I wanted to die in every photo because I couldn't smile without looking insane. But I never really let it get to me that much. And this is about to sound so stupid, but Harry Styles has these tattoos on his wrists. Things I can and things I can't. And I honestly let that like shape the way I viewed my situation. I was like, okay, so there's things I can change, like my grades and who I hang out with, my clothes, my hair, whatever, you know what I mean? And then there's things I can't, and this was this. And you have to accept what you can change and what you can't, and then live with it and move forward. Because if you let what you can't stop you, you get nowhere. I don't know, it was like going to homecoming your first year, like everything of fun about high school just had this extra like added downside to it. I remember when I was first dealing with it, and I'd woken up with my face looking the way that it did, I started looking up YouTube videos of people with Bell's palsy, or like my Bell's palsy transition, or like videos of how people looked after like time had gone on. And I didn't find anything of like a teenage girl, or anything that I could find at least. And so I figured I'd make this video so that maybe, because it affects very small percentage of the population, but maybe if anybody sees this, you can see that like after, I think it's been, let's check. It's been almost 3 years since I first contracted it. And I'm always kind of gonna have stuff that is visible to everybody else if they really look hard enough. Let's get up close and personal, shall we? This is just what I like. You can see when I smile that this eye is going to be shut way more than the other one. Up here, when I smile, a muscle pops out above my eyebrow. How are we liking this angle, gang? Is this great for you? It's great for me. I got some lipstick in our teeth. Perfect. That's what we like to see. Okay. When I smile, this is not going to go up as high. When I lift my eyebrows or like move my face a little bit, this side of my mouth is going to drag up a little bit. Oh, jeez. There's always like a pull right here. And that's called synkinesis, and that's just basically because the muscles, when the nerve regrew, it grew into like a different wrong place in my muscle. So that's why, like, over here on my collarbone area, when I smile, this little muscle pops out, and that's not supposed to happen, really. I guess I just kind of wanted to share this video so that maybe somebody out there who's dealing with, like, where they look or something about their body they can't change, like a scar or a birthmark, or maybe even somebody that has Bell's palsy one day. I just wanted to share this so that you guys understand that even if things don't get better or if things don't change, you can't change something. I was fortunate enough that it did go away over time. I'm still, like, I'm only at 80% recovered, but, like, that's better than I ever could have hoped for. And I know for some people it never goes away. I just wanted to share this because it's like, there are things that you can't change, and you cannot let that stop you. I did not let it stop me by any means. I joined the musical. I learned to sing with half the face. I joined into the choirs. I ran for class president. I joined student council. Like, there's countless amounts of things that you can do, and you'll find people that accept you for the way that you are. I psyched myself out going into high school so much that I was like, nobody's gonna want to be friends with me. No one's gonna ever like me. No one's gonna, like, respect me. Like, I look crazy when I talk. Looks are never everything. Like, the way you treat other people and the way that you portray yourself, like, as a human being matters so much more than any way you look. And I wish I could have told myself that. I just wanted to let you in on that story because I feel like I've literally been mentioning it in so many videos since I started this channel anyway. Feel free to leave a like or a comment down below. It really, really, really helps me out, and I get to know what you guys are thinking about the video. And also, we're really, 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 really close to 100 subscribers, so please click the red subscribe button. Help me out and join the fam. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Make sure to come back next week. Maybe click the notification bell if you want to get notified when my next video is. Got a really special video coming up soon with a dear friend of mine who's been on this channel before. So I will see you guys next week. Bye!
This is how we party.